Welcome, everybody, to episode number 5 of the Clean Finish podcast. I'm Blackjack, joined here with Wiza, ready to go again for yet another episode where we talk about rumors, things that are happening in NXT, WWE, just kind of all around wrestling in general. You can follow us on Twitter at It's21Blackjack, at Wiza Now. I've still been meaning to actually get the Clean Finish podcast Twitter up. So at some point I will do that and I will link you all to it. Quite a bit to talk about, but I actually wanted to start off with something a little different since we didn't get to pregame this. I wanted to talk just a little bit because I think we don't get a chance to really do this a lot. And I don't think people who are like dual host really talk about this either. A little bit about what makes us different, because while we may see eye to eye on quite a lot of things, there are certain ways that we see certain things that are different. And I think you know what I'm getting at here is that we kind of look at things in a different lens.
Is this about me? Is this about me wanting to go knees in Kana before Sasha?
Actually, no, this is not what it's about, but that is certainly something that would fuel the argument.
How clean did she look when they showed her?
She looked great. Yeah,
that was clean.
It was great. Loved it.
All right, go ahead with what you're saying. So I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, go.
No, I think that we don't get a chance to really kind of demonstrate, where we kind of differ on certain things. For instance, like,
Clash.
What's that?
You've done some clashing.
Yeah, we do clash at times, and I guess that's kind of like what I want to start off with is that I don't think we get enough time to really kind of talk about, not necessarily get to a point and then clash on it, but let's kind of talk about some things that we expect or that we kind of want out of wrestling,
Okay.
Because me, one of the big things that I'm huge on is storytelling.
Right.
And for things, I'm a huge perfectionist. Even, we can go back to, when you first met me and we started talking about stories and stuff. I see, where, even in just video making, it's a lot of people see things at a certain level because it's what they've been shown and it's what they've been shown again and again and again. And for me, I just kind of look and I go, there's a ceiling here. Like you're seeing the ceiling, but it's way higher than what you think it is. Like I see past it, and I like to think that you can maximize things as much as you possibly can. So when I look at wrestling and I look at a feud or something like that, or I see something going on, I may not pick up on like little nuances, although once in a while I will, and I'll immediately know where things are going. But it may take me a little longer to kind of figure out, all right, where are we going with things? Because a lot of times I'm looking at the bigger picture, like where, I want to try to see, I'm trying to see the end point. It's the same thing where, and yes, there are times where I'm on point. There are times where I'm really wrong. Biggest one being Dean Ambrose. We swung and we missed on that one.
But that we.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Go ahead. There is no bigger picture in WWE. Let's just get that out the way first. But
correct, but at least even if it's not the bigger picture, it's I'm trying to figure out where are we going here, and or what direction can we go here. So with Dean, granted, I didn't get it right with him, but the idea itself I got right. The idea that is that you build someone is that with Dean, the idea of it you could have done was that you could have built to it going to WrestleMania and him fighting all this way to finally get his chance against Brock Lesnar, and then have Seth cash in, play the ultimate heel here and steal the moment from him in a triple threat match. I called that back all the way in Hell in a Cell. It happened, but the difference is that it was Roman Reigns, not Dean Ambrose. So for me, I guess when I see wrestling, I'm always thinking about, why, these things, why are they happening? What's going on logically? Where is this going to lead to? Which is why after a while I just started getting frustrated with how they were booking him, because I'm like, well, what are you going to do with the guy? You know, I guess that's kind of how I see it.
Okay. Now here's where I'm lost.
Okay.
Where were you going with this?
I'm not going anywhere. I think that sometimes it's kind of important to, you know, if we're both reviewers, I want people to get an idea of what makes us different, because most times, you know,
here's the hard thing about it. We look at things logically.
Yes.
And when people look at things logically and outside of the WWE bubble, or even when you consider, well, where's WWE going to go with this?
Yeah.
The predictability trait just blossoms, and it makes us go down the same path. Now we can have different philosophies on how things should be,
right?
But when it comes down to how things are, yeah, we're going to be the same. We're going to be mostly the same on a lot of our thoughts, because it's just predictable.
Yeah.
And what's wrong is just what's fucking wrong. It's going to be very seldom that we disagree on things, and that right there is when it comes down to opinion, and or who we might be high on.
Right.
You know, that could differ with a lot of people, and that's pretty much gonna be the only thing. I mean, unless we watch TNA or some shit and we don't know nothing. I don't know. I don't even know. EC3 is champion. Never mind.
He's a guy.
I was just about to say I don't even know who the champion is, but I at least know that much.
Yes.
Have I seen him as champion? No.
No. I just know he is. Apparently, he's great. Apparently, I don't know how true this is.
Graham than EC3, and neither of them perform in TNA.
Neither have I. It's kind of hard to care when, you know, the promotion is bad. But anyway, yeah, I just kind of wanted to start with that. Just you know what may have made me bring this up. I think it was because as I was kind of reading through, it's like you know me, I read comments. Period. You tell me never read comments, but I always do.
I don't think that we have good comments. I still don't read them, but I would think we have good comments.
Yeah, I think somebody just kind of brought up I'm a bit too smarky. I'm like, I don't really try to, or that I try too hard to be smarky is what he said.
That would be their definition of smarky, because we have different definitions of what smarky or a smark is.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, because in the literal definition of a smark, it's someone who's smart to what the program is. You understand that wrestling is not real. It's pre-programmed. You know, there's
something that you can turn off.
Correct.
Just know it. You know,
yes.
You know what you know.
Yeah.
Continue.
And I think that I don't try to look at it that way. I take it for what it is, and then I just kind of formulate my opinion on it. You know, I look at wrestling, and I know it's not real. It's fine. In most cases, I really do try to suspend my disbelief. But for me, when wrestling, there's two things that happen in wrestling where I start to, like, my brain starts churning and I'm like, something's off here. It's usually when wrestling becomes very transparent and I start to see behind the curtain. And when I start to see behind the curtain, I can't get my eye off of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The other
to not be smarky when, again, they make things so predictable and so
correct.
Formulaic. When things are formulaic, I can't talk.
Formulaic.
I don't think that there's too many people, unless you put yourself in this glass house. You can't possibly not know what's coming.
Yeah.
So WWE has done a good job in killing off a lot of things. One being kayfabe, two being the guy that just doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
You watch WWE, you're just going to know. You're going to know who's getting pushed. You're going to know who's getting shat on. You're going to know who's in the doghouse. You're just going to know these things just by watching it. Mm-hmm. It's so self-explanatory.
Yeah, and you know this too. There are times where I've completely suspended my disbelief against what should be the predictable. Remember when everybody said Kevin Owens is about to get beat by John Cena, the first match that they had, I think I may have been the only person on planet Earth saying Kevin Owens is going to beat this guy clean. And I said it 2 weeks before it even happened.
Bro.
I had to convince you that I had to give you reasons. I'm like, it makes no sense for John Cena to win here. And I said it because I just, in my mind, I was like, Kevin Owens is winning. There's no way they messed this up. But then they messed it up later. So.
Oh, yeah, we go. So the people who was picking against Kevin Owens, they were kind of picking with the bigger picture, which is LOL Cena wins in the end.
Oh, yeah. And to that, yes, you're always going to be right there.
Oh, you want a rematch? Okay. Just don't even come.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think that kind of takes care of that. You want to talk a little bit about some rumors?
Hold up. So this comment was just, why are you being so smarky?
No, it was just I think the guy thought that I was trying too hard to be smarky, and I'm like,
did it give a situation or what we were talking about, or
no, just a passing comment. I don't know if it was anything in particular I said. I really wish I knew. If there's a point that he could have pinpointed, I probably would have been brought up my reasoning for it, but it was just like a passing comment, and I just thought about it. I'm like,
All right, so let's get to the rumors.
Well, this one actually isn't a rumor. So Paige was at Comic-Con. It's a recent one.
I want AJ Lee to show up at places.
Just show up there.
Just
Well, from time to time, AJ and Paige do meet up with one another.
But just at one of these places.
Yeah.
One of these public places. I don't know. I just want to see how her and the Bellas in the same place, same public event. I just want to see how they come off to one another. I don't know. I just think that even when she was on her way out,
they're not. They play it off as if they're friends. They're not. They are not.
Yes. Because they've always taken shots at her, even when she was on vacation and shit like that. They've just always taken shots at her. And then when she's on her way out, oh, you were the best. And as soon as she's out, they're kicking her in the ass again. It's like,
There's a reason why AJ was not on Total Divas.
Well, she didn't want to be, right?
That, and do you honestly believe AJ and the Bellas being together just at all?
I don't really see AJ. Her thing on the roster was, if you think about it, she was never really paired up with people until the very end.
Yes.
She's never if she was paired up with somebody, it would be with the guys.
Yes.
She never really had anything going on with the women. So yeah, in that sense, I don't really see her fraternizing with the other women.
That's exactly why she would never fit on the show.
No. But we didn't think that Paige would fit on this show either, but needless to say, they weren't going to be keeping her with the character that they brought her up with.
Correct, yeah. And I haven't really, by the way, Total Divas is actually something we can talk about too.
You watched it?
No. It's just there's an interesting thing that happened. But we'll get to it.
Oh, yeah. All right, keep going.
So Paige is at Comic-Con.
God damn it.
What?
You just brought that up, and now keep going.
I don't think it's what you think it is, but
they're Tough Enough. Oh, you said Total Divas. Never mind. I was thinking Tough Enough.
See, yeah, that's another thing, and we'll get to that when we get to it. Anyway, Paige is at Comic-Con, and a fan straight up asks her, do you think that Nikki Bella was given the record to spite CM Punk?
Uh-huh. And I don't think it has anything to do with CM Punk, honestly.
I do believe it has more to do with AJ Lee. But Paige kind of took the question was like, oh, I don't think it had to do with that. I don't need this kind of heat. Like she just completely backed off of it. She's like, I don't need this kind of heat. You know, what did she say? Don't get me involved in this. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't get involved in that crap.
Okay. It does kind of hint you on to something because she could have just gave it a flat out no.
No. But she didn't say that. She was just kind of like, don't get me involved in this. Nah, you ain't gonna get me in trouble.
She's still young. She's still young.
Yeah.
For example, why is she using the words heat in public?
Yeah.
That's just not what wrestlers say in public. They just don't.
No, not at all. Yeah, I definitely thought that was weird. On
a podcast, but other than that, nope.
More rumors going around the never-ending guessing game of who's going to be Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
It's going to be Enzo.
It's going to be Enzo.
Bringing them out and they come out through the crowd anyway. And he's just announcing them as they walk through.
My name is Enzo Amore. And I'm here with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns.
They'll find a way. It's definitely Enzo.
Can you imagine Braun Strowman just, you know what? He's short enough. Yep. He's going to come out there and choke the shit out of Enzo.
Yo, if Braun Strowman gets Enzo in the air, that's going to look really fucking believable.
Yes. For once, the move will look believable because Enzo is all of like what, 5'8"?
Is he?
I don't know. That's a short dude, right?
That dude's got to be like 5'5".
He's 5'11" somehow.
No way.
Somehow he's 5'11". Well, you know what? He's always with Cass, so he's next to a 7-footer, so he's always going to look short in comparison. But
he's Carmella's height.
Let's find out how tall Carmella is. 5'5".
We got Enzo's height.
And so Enzo's 5'5".
There we go.
Yeah.
They're Mutt and Jeff. That's the thing. But no, who you got? Who you think is going to be?
Rumors. I love this rumor because it makes absolutely no sense.
The Rock?
Yes. The rumor is that it's The Rock. There's one problem with that.
I don't see.
The Rock's girlfriend's pregnant.
There's that, and I just don't see why The Rock would be. I mean, all right, I guess because
Roman.
That whole thing with Roman Reigns saying, don't include my family in this.
Yes. But outside of that, it's like, why would The Rock be here? And if The Rock comes out, I'm sorry, the Wyatts ain't winning.
How does The Rock like kind of fit in with the Wyatts at all? Like
they don't.
Like whoever it is, whoever comes has to be coming to lose because they have to continue this thing.
Correct. That's why I think, you know, when what's his name said Mark Henry, I literally just went, that might actually be it.
That actually makes the most sense. That makes more sense than Kane. That makes more sense than Jericho. Mark Henry makes
Jericho. Yeah, he's been another name floating around.
Yeah. Those are the other two names that I actually heard, Kane and Jericho.
But Mark Henry, the second that guy said, whoever said it in the comments said Mark Henry, my brain went, yup.
Because they need somebody to job here. Somebody has to take the pin.
Yeah, but they need somebody big and girthy because they have a big girthy guy. Here you go.
Take that. Take that. Braun Strowman choking out The Rock.
No. Never happening.
Man. Well, who doesn't have a match on the card?
Sheamus.
Nah, not him.
It's by the way, they actually did a great promo backstage where they were joking around saying that at first Roman said it's the Great Khali, and then Dean was like, no, I called up Savio Vega.
Uh-oh.
They were messing with JoJo the whole time for about 2 minutes, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, why couldn't we get these guys to do this on Raw?
Because like shit isn't supposed to happen on Raw. You're not supposed to enjoy Raw.
I feel like I keep saying this.
You're purposely not supposed to enjoy Raw.
Mm-hmm.
On purpose.
On purpose. I'm supposed to hate this.
Yes, because what they can do is just give us 3 hours of New Day.
Mm.
They're not going to give us that. No, it makes too much sense. It's too good. It's too entertaining. We're not going to do that.
What if Dean and Roman bring back the Hardy Boys?
Like both of them?
And yeah, make it a 4-on-3 match. And then the Wyatts still win.
Braun Strowman can choke both of the Hardy Boys together.
Yes. You want the maximum heat on this guy? Have him choke out the Hardy Boys, who for some reason the WWE really I mean, granted,
Just air hug both of them at the same time.
Yes. Granted, I did love the Hardys when I was younger.
Grandmaster Sex say, "Oh, all right. Let me not look at the chat."
Yeah, we need to stop looking at the chat.
Oh God. All right.
Other rumors going on. I can't. So Triple H did talk a little bit about NXT growing. And in video, I'll kind of summarize what he said here, because he had the backstage thing with Michael Cole. You know, they do their weekly thing. So it was like the 100th episode, and they brought Triple H on again. And he said, I think you want to shoot for the stars with that stuff. And yeah, I wanted to create sort of a counter brand, keyword counter brand.
Mm-hmm.
Another brand for the WWE that we could build the future in and try to make it as big as possible. A lot of people even asked me just going into Brooklyn when Brooklyn was suggested. I originally balked at the idea. I felt like we could sell it out. I felt like the interest in the brand was there, and I felt like the desire to see it would be there, especially in the New York area being Brooklyn, but I was hesitant to do it. What I didn't want to do was disappoint people and have them think it would sell out and then sell 10,000 tickets and have that be seen as a disappointment. So I played up that I didn't believe it in a little bit, but was excited that it did as well as it did. With NXT, every time I feel like we've reached a platform where maybe we're as big as we're going to get, it seems to grow even further. We've gone from Brooklyn now to Next TakeOver on October 7th, being titled Respect. The culmination of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, Sasha Banks and Bayley 2, in an Iron Man match for the Women's Championship in the main event. The first time in history, it just continues to elevate. You go on top of that, reaching out all over the country from a live event standpoint, and even going global in December with NXT making its first trip to the UK, and culminating that tour with the show in London that is already close to sold out, which, by the way, it is officially sold out, and will be seen live on the WWE Network. It just keeps continuing to advance.
If NXT was on TV, and they did pay-per-views up against the main roster,
I might legitimately stop watching Raw.
Seriously, like, now the thing is, the main roster is run by Vince. Vince knows how to run a juggernaut. Vince knows how to generate money. Vince knows how to advertise and promote.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H is learning from the best.
Yep.
And at the same time, he's giving fans exactly what they want.
Yes.
Now, I would say it could become bigger than the main roster, but the only problem is it's not as known as the main roster because let's say from the casual let's say from the hardcore fan point, I would say that they would probably be almost the same, main roster being just a little bit bigger as far as hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
But NXT doesn't have the casual fan. Just the people that just don't know about it. The people that just turn in like, oh, I heard The Rock was coming, or oh, I heard Brock was coming. You don't have that with NXT. You don't have, oh, I hear fucking Kurt Angle's coming to NXT. It's just not NXT. You know, they stopped watching in the early 2000s. They're not gonna know about NXT. So in essence, if they would have ever put it on TV, give it about 5 years, I think it would become,
it'd be fine in 5 years. Yeah,
it would become major. It would become major in 5 years.
I think one of the worries though is that, when it finally does get on television, I mean, one of the things that keeps Raw running is that they deal with sponsors and there's bigger.
Gonna start wanting to say you can and can't do this on your show, or we're gonna pull out. You don't want that.
Right. And if that starts to happening, then you don't have a what did they call it? A counter brand. So that's the one thing you have to be careful of. And that's where Raw becomes kind of important, because in terms of them bringing in money, those sponsorships and everything are going to be fine for Raw, but for NXT, you want to keep it as this pure product that it's been.
Mm-hmm.
So you can legitimately have a counter brand that way and almost kind of work. It's really funny because you would essentially be working against yourself to then better yourself.
Now, I want to say NXT does a good job at showing you that PG could work.
Yes. Oh yeah, they do.
Work. Thing is, if we were to ever get advertisements on NXT, that's where the problem would come in, because it'd be like you'll see Enzo and Cass backstage drinking Sonic, or
yeah.
Like that, and just be like, come on, this isn't what we're really used to.
Mm-hmm.
Though we can understand why it has to be done,
yes,
it just throws off the entire feel and momentum of the shows. The shows go at a certain pace for a good reason.
Yes.
And even when they throw in those commercials that they throw in now, just the network commercials, they just feel misplaced. They just feel kind of random, but you can understand them and they're wrestling related. Now, if there's that awkwardness with just network commercials, imagine it with fucking Sonic commercials.
Well, you know what? I think the awkwardness with the network commercials is that, and we have to remember this too. Everything in NXT is pre-taped, and they actually do some commentary stuff behind the scenes, and they'll post edit. Mm-hmm. So some of it is actually it's actually refined before it even goes up there. Now, to be fair, Rich Brennan and Corey Graves, even when they're live, are still great.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really miss a beat. Although Rich Brennan at TakeOver was exposed in terms of his knowledge of moves because Corey Graves called him out about 3 different times. But
fucking magical right now on commentary.
That is a Hall of Fame announcer right there.
It don't make no sense how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
My God, is he believable? Everything he pulls at your emotions. He sells you on shit. He builds up character. He tells you who you should like, who you should hate. All you gotta do is just listen to him in the opposite direction, and he'll tell you who the heels and faces is, because he believes that the heels are the faces.
But even then, he'll still sell faces once in a while. Like he'll sell the shit out of Apollo Crews.
He knows how to get heat on people. He just knows shit, man. It's like he's been doing this forever.
Yes.
But I think that the perspective that he's giving it to us is as it like he grew up, let's say he grew up in the wrestling business as a wrestler.
Yes.
He's just giving us his perspective as a wrestler,
mm-hmm.
in a sense. And it's the same thing that worked for Jesse the Body and Gorilla. They were able to incorporate in-ring action because they lived it, they did it, and they can give you that side just a little bit more, and they can give you a little bit more of the psychology because they've been through it.
It's funny. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's just great that it works for him so well. He just instantly clicked, and he has the voice for it and everything. He's perfect.
Yeah, it's actually funny that you bring up Gorilla, because the one person that I keep thinking of whenever I keep hearing Corey Graves, I just keep thinking of Gorilla Monsoon every single time.
I would give him Gorilla in a sense.
Bobby Heenan too.
The person I would give him the most, the person I would compare him to the most is Jesse the Body.
Okay, I can see that too.
Listen to some, like, for anybody who isn't familiar with Jesse the Body's work or listening to Jesse a lot, because when I grew up watching wrestling, that's who was commentating. It was Jesse. And then Bobby and Gorilla and all of those guys. I listened to all those guys, but Jesse stood out the most to me because he had that flamboyance to him. Corey Graves has it to him as well a little bit. He has that that one thing that just makes him stick out. And it's that different look, that different appeal. Because when you see him and you look to the guy next to him, who's going to stand out more just by looking at the guys? Yeah. He also has that in-ring ability and character building that lets him personificate if that's a word, but it brings out his personality a whole lot more than whoever it is that would be duoing with him on commentary. So at times he can overshadow people, but it's like, hey, you got to keep up. You got to keep up, man, because this guy brings personality. He brings knowledge. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to sell you, because I'm guessing it's like, well, this is how I would want the commentary to sell me, so this is how I'm going to sell them.
Yes.
So he looks at it differently than the normal commentator would, and it works. And that's just how Jesse was.
Yeah.
Exactly how Jesse was.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's interesting if if they really want to pull the trigger on this, I'd be interested in seeing co-brands, seeing NXT take over something like SmackDown. Just because SmackDown's serving no purpose.
A hilarious commentary team. Corey Graves and Michael Cole.
Oh my God.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Can you imagine just Corey Graves just completely crapping on Cole the entire time?
Eat him alive the entire time. It would be hilarious.
Cole, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that and then the plugs. Imagine Corey Graves just getting on him for the plugging. It would just be great. It would be hilarious. Hopefully it never happens, though.
Brought to you by Kickstart. Hey, have you even drank yours yet?
I was just about to say that. I
haven't opened the can yet, Corey.
Cool.
Let's see what else. So Sting was actually in an interview this week. He had an interview with Rolling Stone, who for some reason has really been picking up a lot of wrestling stories recently, which is kind of cool.
They have.
In his interview with with Rolling Stone, Sting pretty much just flat out said, "I'm here to put people over." He said, "I had my time. There's no question about that."
Why is he putting over Triple H?
That is a great question. Especially now, because now it's really stupid. But he said, I had my time. There's no question about that. And that's fine, too, because the guy's 56. For a guy my age to be where I am right now is, to me, next to impossible. And yet I'm here. It's not about Sting, not anymore. You're asking a straight-up question. I'll give you a straight-up answer. That's it, and I'm just fine with that.
Oh, this should have came out on Monday then.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's a red herring. Who knows?
Maybe.
I hope it's not a red herring.
It Sting seems legit whenever he actually does interviews. Some people do interviews and they're in character, or they want to hide things, or they know how to work you. Sting doesn't come off that way to me.
It's pretty genuine.
Yeah, he's pretty genuine whenever he talks.
I do want Seth to have 3 wins coming out of Night of Champions, though.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
He did say, by the way, speaking about Triple H, he responded to the outrage about putting over Triple H, and especially in the promo, too. He said, "I don't pay attention a lot of times to what's out there, so this is the first time I'm hearing any news of that. I don't think there's anyone who's going to carry all that to Night of Champions, and think about that, because the bottom line is my focus is Seth Rollins. Triple H is Triple H, and he's worth the put over."
No.
So there you go.
It still doesn't ask the question, why does Triple H need to be put over?
Correct.
What does Triple H gain? What has Triple H gained from that? Because I would say that Sting is in a more predominant role than Triple H is right now. So who would that win have benefited more going into Night of Champions?
You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
The only way it will work is if Seth beats Sting, and then Seth gets Triple H, and they go back and forth about who beats Sting better. I don't fucking
who beats Sting better. That'd be a great feud. Who beats Sting better? Oh, I beat him better. No, I beat him better. Blah 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 blah. Great. They can both have crappy 15-minute opening promos together.
Or they do. Seth loses to Sting, and Triple H, you couldn't beat Sting. I beat him. I don't know. I just don't see. No, not if you're gonna put Sting in this match. There's no way he should have lost against Triple H.
No,
For all I kid, well, they couldn't do a DQ match because they randomly announced that it was a no DQ match at the start of it.
Yep.
Fuck that match. Didn't I say that already? I said fuck that match before, right?
You did.
Fuck that match.
We've done it a few times in different matches. New Day and Bad are just the best things on the internet right now.
Before you get to that, now you never listen to these podcasts before I tell you to.
Correct.
Here's one that you should listen to if you ever get the time. I want you to go back and listen to JR and the Demolition.
Okay.
I watched Demolition when I was a kid.
Okay.
I had no idea that one of the Demolition was repackaged as the Repo Man.
What?
I had no idea that the Repo Man was one of the fucking Demolition. I had no fucking clue.
I need to look this up. Wait, what?
Yeah. Yep. And he was also repackaged as something else before he ultimately left the company. But I had no idea because I'm like, when I always saw the Repo Man, he would always be crouched down and sneaking like a robber. And it kind of hid that he was actually a pretty big guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost a lot of weight for that role as well because Demolition had put on a lot of weight in their time in WWE.
Holy shit, it was Smash?
Take that. That threw me off crazy. I'm like, no way. He was the Repo Man? Are you kidding me? I didn't know that.
That's actually really funny. I didn't know that either.
Had no idea. All my years of watching, I never knew until now. That is a damn good job at kayfabe. That's a fucking great job. I never knew as a kid. I don't know. I'm gonna have to add. Well, I don't know any older people that watched. I would ask my grandfather. He's no longer here. I don't know any older people that were like older when I was a kid. That'd be like, yo,
smart to it.
Yeah, that would be smart to like. Did you know that fucking Repo Man was Smash? Did you know that? I can't ask them now. Fuck, they got me.
Mm-hmm.
They got me as a kid.
The third guy is the Repo Man.
Listening to them, I was before I listened to them, I went into it thinking like, man, these guys are gonna sound like two washed up, grizzled, drunk sounding guys, and one of them was extremely well spoken. The other one sounded like a wrestler, but they came off with such great attitudes and very, very positive, while at the same time giving you their knowledge on a business. And I'm just listening like, yeah, why the fuck aren't these guys in the Hall of Fame? Because they're not coming off as dicks or anything. They were a great tag team. Like, why aren't these guys there? It bugged me out the more I listened to it because these guys were fucking good. And one was a Repo Man. All right, let's get back to what you were talking about.
Yeah, what was I talking? Oh, New Day and how the fuck did you jump to that?
It randomly crossed my mind, so I want to say it before I forgot it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine because normally you forget it whenever you say we'll get back to it. New Day and Bad are just the best thing on the internet.
They're cosplaying each other.
It's great.
Yo, Sasha has wanted to be in New Day so bad that she got the rest of Team Bad involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
Tamina is still a stiff, but it's working for her too. It's kind of funny.
Yes. The booty video though?
I didn't see it.
Oh, you got to see it, dude. But why is it? You got to see the booty video though.
I didn't know there were videos. I just know about the GIFs and like what they put on Twitter. Yeah,
they put it on Twitter too. It's like they're all like dancing and stuff, and they're all riding like a cart, and they bump into each other, and they just start shaking their booties, and Sasha's twerking, and it's all great.
Did they turn this into the Harlem Shake?
I don't think it got that far.
I gotta see it. You can link me that whenever. We do have to start. There is a mystery that's going around. We need to figure out why Xavier Woods blocked me.
We really do need to figure this out. I
never tweeted him.
Can I tweet at him and be like, "This is your biggest fan, Xavier Woods"?
People have.
Can we make a petition like how they've made a petition now on the internet for Save the Tables? Can we make a petition for Free Wiza?
We got a Free Wiza. people have done that and they've gotten blocked. You just blocking me. What the fuck did I do to Xavier Woods? Like, did I piss in his fucking oatmeal? I never said anything to the guy before. You know, we big up New Day all the time. I don't know. It was weird. I just maybe somebody. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I just found that extremely weird. Now, you send me that knowing damn well I'm not going to be able to see it.
I know. I'm just. It's going to be there. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just.
All right, I can see it.
Yeah, you don't have to have the volume on. It's hard to take your. It's really kind of hard to take your eyes off of it. All I'm saying is this: as much as I enjoy Sasha being in the front, there's a great lack of Naomi in this video. That's the only negative.
Oh wait, we're lacking Naomi in a booty video?
Yes.
Why is Tamina in the way of his ass?
Exactly. There you go.
Why? Nah. They know they fucked up. And as a matter of fact, I don't know if you did this the first time you watched it as well. My entire time watching that, I was just looking for the one moment where Naomi's butt would show.
Yeah.
I promise you, that's the only thing I was looking toward.
It was like, see, here's the thing. Because Sasha's in the front, it's the first direction I looked in, but then I'm like, wait, where's Naomi?
Where's that ass?
Yeah, it was in my mind. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh man, they're great.
I'm still looking at it.
Can we actually talk about New Day for a second here?
I trashed his YouTube channel. I didn't know I trashed his YouTube channel.
I
just no selling. I never said anything about his YouTube channel.
See, you fucked up.
I never said anything about his YouTube channel.
So
I watched it. I'm lying. I passed by it once or twice at most. Never watched it in length.
Did you leave a comment though?
No.
Okay.
Nothing. I don't.
Did you hit the dislike button, Wiza?
Nope. I don't even know how he would know who I am. I don't know. Maybe somebody added me to a comment and he just blocked me by mistake. Went through the extra steps of it. I don't fucking know.
Wiza.
I don't know.
Why the fuck you lying?
So. The smile.
Yeah, that one freeze frame is great.
Where he crossed his arms?
Yes.
All right. What else? Yeah, New Day and Team Back. You're tearing it up. Once again, the shitty part about it is it's not on the main roster.
No.
Not on TV.
Now, let's talk a little bit about New Day on TV. Okay. New Day on TV. I think we both have a general consensus here. New Day are the best thing about Monday nights, correct?
Yes.
When they are on television, there is no way in hell you're getting pulled away from it, correct?
No.
No, absolutely. They're the best thing going.
When they're on TV, you're not going to find anything better on
TV. You can switch
on television.
Odell Beckham can break the internet again. And
I'll watch New Day.
I'm still watching New Day.
I'll catch Odell later.
Yeah.
I'll watch New Day.
Now, that said, how do we feel about the Dudleys?
I just don't care.
Okay.
I don't know why, because I know I'm supposed to.
Now,
I don't know why I don't care.
That's fine, because I'm gonna get to this next point. How do you feel about this feud, particularly the feud between New Day and the Dudleys?
I do feel it was accelerated. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm not really feeling much like legit heat from it. Like I'm not really feeling. I just think it needed more time and development. To me, it kind of felt just hot-shotted, and that's what's kind of throwing me off a bit here, and getting invested in it.
Now, the only reason I bring this up is because, again, if you do want to follow me on Cage Side Seats, it's Blackjack XXI. That's where you can follow me there. I wrote an article talking about where booking went wrong with New Day and Dudleys.
Okay.
Now, and I say straight up front, the New Day are the best thing on television. There's nothing about them that isn't fun to watch. When they are on there, they are magic.
Mm-hmm.
But I had two big issues, or not two big issues, but two issues with the feud. And I'm not saying that because the New Day are entertaining. That's not my gripe here. My gripe is these two things. The first one you're going to agree with because it's the point you made. The tag team champions got beat by the Dudleys the first night back, and the champions are now being booked. They're being undersold. They had to fight their way to fight the Dudleys. Why are the Dudleys the prize going into the pay-per-view?
If anything, New Day should have just got a fucking bye week.
Correct.
I don't care who they fucking lost to or who the Dudleys beat. Dudleys need to beat everybody to get to New Day.
Mm-hmm. Now, yeah, that's the big thing is that the champion is it's you know how Salamonster always say champs are chumps. Well, in this case, New Day kind of look like chumps.
As a matter of fact, the champions are wrestling more than the Dudleys.
Correct. They got booked in the main event with Seth Rollins. Granted, it was funny as all hell, but they're doing more work than the Dudleys are right now.
I don't care. I don't really see the Dudleys doing much.
Right.
The Montadores.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking care about that.
Yeah.
Primetime players. Have it on SmackDown. I don't fucking care about that.
Mm-hmm.
They had New Day and they beat them and they didn't do a good job at getting me to care about that one either.
Mm-hmm. My second thing was this. The whole save the table, get the tables thing. And we discussed this a little bit too. Isn't there a bit of an issue with save the table, get the table? Because this is something that you could get heat on the Dudleys or get heat on New Day, however way you want to play this. Every time they set up for a table spot, especially because we got the gratifying moment where the Dudleys came out and they 3D'd Xavier Woods, and they 3D'd the right guy too.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody else that should have gone through that table in New Day except Xavier Woods. It's perfect.
There's your payoff already.
See, correct. There's the payoff, but they could have easily fixed this. You have New Day get sour over the fact that they got put through the tables and then start this whole save the tables thing. So that now every time the Dudleys go and try to set up the tables, it's something that the fans want. It doesn't matter if you like New Day or not. Everybody loves tables. Everybody wants to see somebody go through a table. Who doesn't like that? It's a natural thing in wrestling.
Like New Day?
What's
Like,
that?
it says, is there anyone that doesn't like New Day?
I think it's impossible.
Like even that's Layla's favorite thing on wrestling. It's New Day.
Correct. My sister just started watching wrestling again, and she's like, "Who's this New Day? I really like them."
They're just fucking great.
Yes.
They're just fucking great. They're supposed to be heels, and kids love them.
Yes. But the one thing that you can do here is that to at least get some heat out of this, you have the Dudleys constantly set up for the table. We set this with the Matadores. Where was New Day to save the table?
Gotta save those tables, bro.
Exactly.
There should be times where Dudleys have matches and Devon, get the tables, and Devon's just searching all over the place for the tables and he can't find them.
Yes.
And then you just see New Day and Big E out on the ring entrance with his tongue out.
Oh, Dudley boys!
like just laughing and sitting on the table.
Yes.
You ain't getting this. You ain't getting this. We stay tables.
Mm-hmm.
I just yeah. Like it's creative, but I think that they definitely can go a little further with it.
I swear I posted this article talking about those 2 points, and you would have thought that like I sold New Day to kill a puppy or something.
Why?
The reaction was, "Oh my God, don't ruin this!" Like this is the best, huh?
Don't ruin it. How?
I have no idea. It was just such a vehement reaction to. And granted, yes, I understand New Day are great, but they were like, this is the granted.
It's a great angle, but it could be so much better.
Correct. That's my point. And a lot of and some guys made that point where they were like, yeah, I think your idea is better, but it's like, but it's good. I'm like, I understand. Yes, I understand. You've been deprived of good things for a long time.
Clemson
I get it.
Scored, by the way.
Huh?
Clemson just scored.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Here's the thing. WWE has conditioned its fans to like the bare minimum. That's what it is. So when somebody sees something and they're like, oh man, this is good, I can rock with this, they're not even seeing that it can be so much better. All day today, and I'm going to ask you if you know this person's name. I've been watching Apollo Robbins all day today.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
I am not familiar.
He is a professional pickpocketer. And the thing, I'm going to show you a video of his. I'm going to show you something short. And I'm going to show you him pickpocketing somebody. But so I watched a bunch of them, and what they mainly go on about is,
hi, this is Invest.
God damn it, my fuck. Okay, there we go. So what they go on about is, I watched a 42-minute long video about and it's pretty much just called Pay Attention, and another one called The Art of Misdirection, and things like that. See, now in college, my major, even though I didn't finish college, but my major was psychology. I was always into psychology.
Okay.
And this, what I was watching today was just right up my alley. I'm going to send you the first one that just got me completely hooked. You can watch this while we talk. You don't even really have to listen. You'll probably want to go back and listen after. And it's about getting you to focus your attention on a linear point, like just what's right in front of you.
Okay.
At the same time, not seeing all of the other stuff that's going around you. Now, it's causing you to fall for this illusion, in a sense of WWE terms, of what is right in front of you, and conditioning you to continue to see just what's right in front of you, whereas this whole big other thing can be going on around you, and you're just not seeing it at all because they've conditioned you to look straight ahead. Mm-hmm. And that's what's wrong. And that's why you got the response that you got, because they've already conditioned you to focus on just what you see. And they have also focused themselves on what they see. And they have completely gotten away from all of the other elements that can make this even better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part, that's where I fall out away from a lot of wrestling fans. Because they got duped. They fell for it. They completely fell for it. And this is what can make those writers just a little more relaxed, because they don't have to go in depth about anything. There's no depth about anything. Like, could you imagine if they decided to go in depth with Bray Wyatt from the start?
Oh man,
guy would be a freaking monster. But we're not going to go in any depth with this guy. Even though people were like, man, they could do so much work with him, they could do so much, and he was great, but they did so little, and he failed. And they do the same thing with wrestling. The one time that they went in deep with something was Daniel Bryan, and that was not by choice. It was by fans.
They had to.
Yeah, fans are like, all right, we see what you're doing. No, let's make this be great. We see that you're trying to fuck this up. No, let's make this be great. And they just kept going and kept going and kept going until those writers in WWE just said, we got to go all the way with this. Same with New Day. They tried to give New Day that linear path, that look straight ahead path. And New Day they gave you everything else that was all around it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see, this is what we can do if we just get outside of the norm. So, those responses that you got, they gotta open up their eyes a little bit more when it comes to things. Now, it's good, but it can be better.
Yes, that's pretty much what I'm getting at, is that it's good. Yeah, certainly. I agree. But they're missing points. And if they hit these points, it can be great. Shall we get into NXT?
Were those all rumors?
I think we're done with rumors unless you have some.
We still got Tough Enough.
Oh shit. Total Divas. I forgot about this.
There we go.
Total Divas. 30% drop in ratings.
Good God.
They went down from, I believe it was
I
like,
didn't know the show was still on.
I believe they went down from like 1.2 million to about 800,000. Sorry, it's 1.14 million to 800,000. Yeah, they are now down in the thousands.
Well, they're still doing better than TNA.
Apparently, Paige got engaged.
Well, that's not going to help. You got to still that illusion that she's free. Gotta sell it, brother. 30% drop. That's pretty huge. So you know what they're gonna do. Start plugging the Total Divas.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking getting Paige engaged. Yeah.
They're gonna start plugging the hell out of the Total Divas. All right. There was I didn't read this article, but there was something about Hogan saying that WWE should have contacted him before firing him.
What? This is not the case of CM Punk. You did no, not here. No.
Also, I'm just reading headlines here. Backstage update: Lana and Rusev to be paired back up.
Yeah, I've seen that rumor too. You've got to hear. Wait, I've got to find the exact rumor so I can quote it word for word because it was actually on whatchamacallit, Wrestling Observer, where they talked about this. Apparently, Dixie Carter also wants to talk to CM Punk, so I just think that's hilarious.
Wait, say it again.
Dixie Carter wants to talk to CM Punk.
Marital advice? Like, what she want? What she want to talk to him about?
Yeah, she wants to talk about, bringing him on TNA and, making him a star.
I'm sorry. Wasn't he there already?
Yes. That's why it's hilarious.
Like, I mean, what can she possibly want to talk to him about? She wants to know his weight regimen and how he got in such good shape, or
I don't know.
She does not want to talk to him about joining TNA, right?
Yeah, she does. It's like, oh yeah, we're willing to open that door, certainly. Yeah.
In what capacity? Like, what the? You got to see me adjusting in my chair.
I like that this broke you.
Like, hold up. What could they possibly want CM Punk to do? They don't want him to wrestle. Like, would they want him to like be a booker or like?
No, they want to make him
give advice to the writing team. Or?
They're gonna, you know what? Dixie Carter is gonna book CM Punk.
Carter can't handle CM Punk. She can't handle that guy. She can't afford that guy.
She definitely cannot afford CM fucking Punk.
CM Punk is worth more than TNA.
That might actually be a true statement.
Being out of the business for a year and a half is worth more than TNA.
I was just going to bring up that exact point.
People pay more to see CM Punk than they would pay to see TNA.
CM Punk
has been put on the show next to TNA, and they both charge the same rate. CM Punk is going to get a bigger audience. There's no fucking way I'm wrong there. There's no way. CM Punk is worth more than fucking Total Nonstop Action as a unit. If she wants to afford CM Punk, she has to sell the company. In everybody's contracts in order to get him to wrestle for 3 dates. What the fuck she want to talk to him about?
God damn it. God damn it.
Marital advice.
This is payback. This is payback for me making you laugh like this on my day. Oh my god!
Like, come on, where'd you hear? You lying?
I'm not lying.
There's no way you've seen that. So.
I can send you the link right now.
No. No. Autumn says she can't even afford getting his phone number. True. He has to sell stock to get CM Punk's phone number. You want an interview? Fuck you. Pay me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
CM Punk drew higher ratings on fucking what's that guy's name? Cole Cabana's podcast than TNA drew in a month. CM Punk drew that in a podcast.
Here's the quote.
He broke the internet. TNA can't even fucking break their own fucking box.
They can't even break the front page of YouTube.
They can't even break the fucking third row in the seats. They can't break the baseball fields they fucking decide they want to have their shows at. You tell me CM Punk goes to a baseball field and nobody's gonna come? Fuck out of here. People will go. CM Punk will go to the fucking event and say, I'm talking for 5 minutes.
You know what? That much CM
They want to do with CM Punk. Talk to him about what? PewDiePie could fucking put on an event and sell more out than TNA.
You know what the funniest thing is? Is that if CM Punk showed up at TNA for 5 minutes to just talk,
he would fucking blow their ratings through the roof.
I know.
Comparison.
That's the funny part.
If people just heard he came to cut a promo
And then just left.
they would quadruple their numbers in one shot and never again because he's not coming back. He's not coming back.
Just because you don't believe me.
This isn't real.
Her interview with Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso today, where she announced that TNA Impact was only contracted to air on Destination America through the end of this year, is this latest example of this. In an effort to attempt to prove that she is looking ahead 5 years down the road, not a year down the road, that's a quote, and that, quote, TNA will to continue to exist and on a level that far exceeds what we're currently doing, end quote. Dixie openly expressed a desire to do business with one CM Punk in the future. We haven't talked, but I'd love to.
Fucking thing.
He's someone who worked with us very early on.
What the fuck that mean?
I think he's finished with pro wrestling, but if he wasn't finished, I'd love to talk to him.
About what? Now, if she would have said about marital advice, you could have told him about business ventures. Not you ain't gonna talk to him about investing.
Maybe she just wants to talk to him about going to a Misfits concert. I don't fucking know, man.
Like, what the fuck? Dixie? Oh, God damn it, man. She just says shit, doesn't she?
I think she does, yeah.
She got to know what to not say in public. God,
Yeah.
God, tough enough.
So, tough enough. So we already talked about this, I think, last week, is that Amanda officially got signed to Total Divas. So Amanda, who finished in second place, will be there on Total Divas. So she's already more of a star than Sarah Lee, despite losing the contest. Other news is that
Bram.
Huh?
Bram. No, go ahead.
Bram. I was like, Bram has nothing to do with this. Even though Josh has won and is, I guess, currently training in the WWE Training Center or Performance Center, they have now signed ZZ.
Because they don't give a fuck.
Because fuck you.
Fuck you.
Well, you know what? You know what? It's okay because he's only being paid $25,000 a year. Well, whatever the minimum is. Josh got $250,000. It's okay.
But they pretty much just told you that this means nothing once again. Why is he getting hot shotted to fucking development when you have fucking, what's the black kid's name?
Patrick?
So we just not gonna call him?
Well, I mean, Patrick
I want to go to development there right now. I know that.
Yes. That's part of the issue is that Patrick said, well, I'm gonna make myself a little bit before I talk about getting there. It is his goal to be there, but they're not gonna hot shot him straight into NXT, are they?
Oh,
That will not work.
no, just development.
Okay. Well, he'll sit in development for a year before he realizes, oh shit, I'm
Not wrestling alligators. Did you know that he actually has done a few different reality shows?
They talked about that.
Who's they?
The Miz brought it up, I believe, on or Byron Saxton might have on one of the Tough Talks, where apparently he was on a Parent Swap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's trying to make it, huh?
Maybe. I mean, he said he was a young kid at the time, so I mean,
I wonder if he was talking about wrestling alligators back then.
probably.
YOLO.
I still want to know why they haven't caught Mata yet.
ZZ would have an easier time getting in contact with CM Punk than Dixie Carter.
Oh wow, you really want to bury Dixie?
Like, what the fuck does she mean? What do you want to talk to him about? I want to know now. I'm about to say I'm texting her. Fuck that. I don't want her number. I'm gonna ask her right now on the Twitter. What is she?
What do you want to do with CM Punk? She might actually respond to you because you're actually giving her attention.
Dear Dixie, what's your Twitter? There you go. TNA Dixie. Do you want to talk?
I still don't know why they have not signed Mata yet, though. He's a big guy, believable. He's very passionate, but he's working indies now too. So he's actually gonna be doing a show with, I believe, him, Patrick, and Gabby. No, what's the Daria is her name. They're gonna be doing a show in New Jersey sometime in October. So that's interesting. Anyway, while you ramble on about Dixie Carter, I'm sorry. I feel like I shouldn't have told you that.
No, she's gonna catch that tweet.
Okay, so the Rusev's Lana thing, they're putting her back together. The Observer reported this and said that there's already serious talk about it. The idea apparently is that the angle has only hurt both Rusev and Lana, and they'll be better off back together. To which I responded, "It took you this long?"
Duh.
Shit, when were we talking about this? Like week 2?
Pretty much. That's just a duo that belongs together. They work together. Apart, Lana doesn't. Rusev still does. It's funny because their thought was that Rusev wouldn't be able to survive without her, whereas it's actually the other way around.
Yeah, that woman cannot survive without him.
Pretty much.
They were trying to make Lana the top woman, and that didn't work. So now there's still rumor that they want to try to make Eva the top woman. That is definitely not going to work.
Oh God.
You have a better chance of just leaving Nikki Bella as your top woman, and that still isn't really working.
The only way that Lana could have remotely worked outside of Rusev is as would be if she worked as a heel.
Yes.
The only way.
Because as a face, she sucks.
And it's so forced.
Yeah.
It naturally comes off, not saying she naturally is, but she naturally comes off as a heel.
Yeah. I mean, granted, when she was doing the fandangoing, I think people saw it like, oh, this might work. But you know what it may be too? They put her with Dolph Ziggler. It's like death on arrival.
Fuck Ziggler.
He's turning heel, so whatever.
Yeah. Summer Rae. You know what? I want to see Summer Rae in a face role.
Really?
She just doesn't work for me as a heel, and if she can't pull it off as a face, then fuck it, just get rid of her.
She's new Rosa Mendez, but she can actually wrestle. So actually, that's not fair. I shouldn't call her Rosa Mendez.
Then why not just have a bitch wrestle?
Yeah, I mean the division could really use some extra women just there. I mean, you're not doing anything with Summer Rae, so just have her wrestle. She can job. It's okay. At least she'll put on believable matches.
Somewhat. All right.
Somewhat.
So what else we got?
Young Bucks are signing a deal with new Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor trying to lock dudes up.
Mm-hmm. They understand that WWE's coming for their dudes.
WWE just waiting on Moose.
Yep.
You're gonna get them some of that Moose.
Yeah, they're apparently interested in Jay Lethal.
Oh, I did see that rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Lethal saw it too.
What did he say?
It's just that he's flattered.
I'm flattered.
But yeah, he says that, and he says, but he knows that he's hot right now. And
He is.
as far as in his role,
In his role, yeah, true. To be fair, yes, in his role he is hot, but
you know,
he
has a lot of momentum on the indie scene right now. He does on the indie. This is the best that he's ever been. You know, holding 2 titles. He developed the fuck out of his heel character. He's the man right now. He can work his ass off. Doesn't have to be a joke to do it. He's having a ball.
Yeah, he's enjoyable. I mean, from even the little bit that I've seen of him, I just look at it. I'm like, he's great. This is a guy that would be great in WWE, but then WWE would fuck him up.
Now, did you see his stuff in TNA?
You mean when he did his Ric Flair impersonations?
Ric Flair, Macho Man, he was doing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the crazy part about it. This is still a mystery to everyone in the world and probably to TNA itself, including Dixie, who I still what she wants to talk to CM Punk about. But the mystery is, why the fuck did they fire Jay Lethal? Jay Lethal doesn't even know. He's been asked this several times, and he has no answer. He says he has no idea why they let him go. TNA doesn't know why they let him go. And it's not like they let him go at a point where he was, falling off or anything like that. He was just coming off a feud with Ric Flair.
They ain't got money. They ain't trying to make money either.
Jay Lethal was finally starting to get hot and make a name for himself in TNA. Finally. And they let him go. It wasn't a contract dispute or nothing like that. They just, we don't want to.
Yeah, we're bored.
Okay. You know, it's probably because of that whole fortune thing, and they had to put over those guys. It might have been a fucking Hogan decision. Who knows? Who knows? Could have been Hogan. He don't like blacks. Fuck it. Jay Lethal, you got cornrows? Either cut them or get out.
You know what? You're right.
Cut them or get out. Well, I'm not cutting them or get the fuck out.
Yep.
There it is. We cracked it.
Shall we talk NXT now?
Now we can talk NXT.
All right. Enough rumors for today. Enough Dixie Carter for today.
I never want to hear that name again.
So NXT was actually outside of the very beginning of NXT. This was actually from top to bottom, I thought, a excellent show.
How did it open up? Because you say outside of the beginning.
Tyler Breeze comes out, and then Adam Rose debuts in his new gimmick.
Was it a new gimmick or just new gear?
He's new gimmick, new gear, everything.
What exactly is his gimmick?
He's now, instead of being a party animal, he's a party pooper. Now, before you kind of get down on this.
So is he IRS right now?
No.
Okay, go ahead. I paid it no attention though.
Before you get down on this, I will say this: his entrance music is great.
I didn't hear it.
It's literally just a sad sounding horn sounding off, and he just comes out. This is actually great because I heard the horn at first and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he just walks out. That's his entrance music. It's fuck you, here's a horn. I'm not here to make you excited. Fuck you, crowd.
Was he walking out as if he was like no selling it or something?
Yes, that was the whole thing. So he came down and he said, "See, you all ruined it. He's being snarky. He's getting back at the crowd. It's next level in a way where it's like the gimmick is that, oh, you guys didn't want Adam Rose. You guys all wanted like Leo Kruger. Well, he didn't bring up Leo Kruger, but he's like, you didn't like Adam Rose. You didn't like the Rose Express. So now I'm here. You didn't like partying. So now I'm here to ruin the party. That's his gimmick now.
Okay.
It could work. Because I can see how this can work. But they're going to have to really invest into it. Because if they don't, it's going to fall flat on its face. I will say this. So apparently they were supposed to have a wrestling match, Breeze and Rose, and then Bull Dempsey comes out.
Bull!
Yeah, the crowd is getting that over like crazy. So now when the entrance music says Bull, they'll go fit afterwards. So like Bull fit. So it's actually kind of cool.
Does it mesh well together?
It's a nice touch, but it's not perfect. But hey, they're getting over the gimmick, so I don't mind it. So yeah, Bull comes out there and they're all talking and they're all making poop references because Adam Rose is a party pooper. It's just, it was just weird.
Is that what that was about? Like
Yeah.
when it first came out, I didn't even know Adam Rose was in the ring. I know he was right between the both of them, but I swear I didn't know he was there. I didn't know he was there until he said he had some unfinished business with Breeze. And I said, oh, what the fuck is this guy doing here? I thought he was the referee at first. I don't know. He just to me. He just wasn't in my peripheral vision, even though he was right in the middle. I just didn't see this guy.
How can you not see Bull Dempsey?
No, I'm talking about Adam Rose.
Oh, Adam Rose. Oh, right. Oh, because yeah, he was really in the background of all this. Because once Bull came out, it just became. In fact, that was the one thing I was confused about, was that I thought that this was going to be a match between Bull Dempsey and Tyler Breeze because that's kind of where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the match was supposed to be Tyler Breeze and Adam Rose, and I'm like,
because Adam Rose like kicked him in his shit after one of the matches that they won together.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they have something here then. Well, we'll see how it goes. Right now, it's just kind of like whatever. Anyway, afterwards, we got Ty Dillinger versus that Martin Stone guy.
Does he sell merch?
Ty Dillinger?
No.
Martin Stone? No. He does not. He jobs. That's his job right now.
He doesn't sell New Day socks.
No. This guy just socks. He just sells socks. That's it.
Okay.
I like Ty Dillinger. I actually loved him here. He was great. They seem like there's actually some investment in him. So even though he may not be, he's not going to be beating guys like Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Apollo Crews, he's a good mid-card guy right now. And I think NXT needs that. Because he's a guy that'll lose those top tier guys, but he can reasonably trade wins with a Solomon Crow, sorry, did I just call him Solomon Crow? No, that is his name. Sorry. With a Solomon Crow, a Tyler Breeze once in a while. And he's got a good gimmick. He actually worked very well in this match. He did a great job of getting his gimmick over. Everybody in the crowd was chanting 10. Even when he got the pin, the crowd was chanting 10, 10, 10 instead of a 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
He's got a charm to him, and
starts beating people with the count of 10. I'm gonna be upset.
that's never gonna happen. The only thing about Ty Dillinger that's getting me right now is his finisher.
Not a fan of it?
I don't know yet. Like it's different, but this just screams I couldn't come up with one, so I'm trying to make this one move look extra flashy.
Okay.
Like,
I give Dillinger no attention as well. Let me just give you that heads up.
Okay, that's fine. But I thought the match itself was great. I thought the match itself was fine. I thought Dillinger working his gimmick was great. So it was enjoyable to work from start to finish.
Okay.
I think maybe in a few months we can get invested in this guy. It'll take some time, but
because they've shed on them so much over time. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, Ty Dillinger's on my screen. Let me pay attention. I've done a good job at jobbing them out so much that I personally just don't give a fuck when he's on my screen. So
yeah, so now you have to kind of adjust yourself from Ty Dillinger of a jobber to, oh, this is new Ty Dillinger with new self-confidence and a gimmick. Okay.
Because if he's in there with a jobber, all I see right now is two jobbers.
Two jobbers.
Why the fuck do I see two jobbers in my ring? Or
yeah. Okay.
Good money for this screen. Why do I see two jobbers on it?
Fair. Afterwards, we had the Asuka promo, little vignette.
Which I thought to this point was the best thing on NXT, even though it lasted all of about 10 seconds.
That mask reveal was great.
Yes. I mean, you knew who was under it and everything. It just, the way they did it was just so clean.
NXT gets it.
It was so clean.
They didn't have to go over the top. They didn't have to like oversell it. They just simple.
Have to do no loud blaring music or not. Just kept it simple. Spotlight, the colors, the lighting, just everything about it is perfect. Perfect. And it's not as if I'm like this big Kana fan or anything like that. I don't know shit about her. I don't know shit about this woman. I just seen her. And as a matter of fact, just like Blackjack, I was like, yo, the one match I saw, I'm like, why isn't the other chick getting put over massively? Why isn't she coming up?
Yeah.
I was a little bigger on the other chick. I see Kana here, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, they made her look like a star. NXT knows how to make somebody look damn good coming out. You know how to make somebody look damn good.
Yeah. It's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited to see her. I mean, she just from that alone, she looks like she belongs as a top girl already going in the door. I think her experience is going to help her as well get over very fast. But man, I mean that vignette was great. Did everything it needed to do. They need to talk. They need to say anything. Just take off the mask. Look somewhat. She didn't have to look menacing either. She just took off the mask and she looked ready to kind of strike. It's perfect.
I give it these knees though.
Yeah,
she can catch these knees. She ain't got no problem catching these knees.
Yeah. Did you watch this next match, Wiza?
Was it
Solomon Crowe versus Apollo Crews?
I was in and out of focus on it.
You see, that's the problem, Wiza, because this match was actually, I thought, probably. I have to look at the matches again. It was probably the best match of the night.
Now, I knew.
No, let me not say that. It was one of the best matches of the night.
I knew going into this. Osiris says this all the time, how those two worked at house shows, so they would have the most chemistry with one another.
Yes.
I knew this going into the match. I just don't give a fuck about Solomon Crowe.
That's the problem, is that nobody cares about Solomon Crowe. So you look at this as Apollo Crews versus Jobber.
Yeah.
That's what you saw. That was your perception going into this.
That's what was on my screen.
But when you watch the match, if you watched the match, Wiza.
It was on my screen. It played.
It was on my screen. You've watched the match. The match itself was actually pretty damn good. Too great. They worked as if, what Osiris said, they really did work as if they had known each other for years. You would have never guessed. You would have never thought that that this Solomon Crowe guy is the same guy that we've seen the past year.
Okay.
He was on a different gear. He was working a lot stronger and stiffer too with Apollo. They felt comfortable with one another. There was even some Crowe didn't try to work like a babyface either. There was he started out with a handshake, but he started getting frustrated with Apollo, and there was signs that hey, this guy may be starting to figure out I'm not winning a lot. I need to start kind of figuring out ways to win.
Okay.
So I'm sensing a heel turn.
Yeah, I did catch that in the match.
They're doing a very good job of doing it, not blatantly, but subtly enough where it's like,
I did feel his the way he came off was a lot more aggressive.
correct.
I did catch that.
Yes, he was very aggressive in this match.
And Apollo does a good job at selling too.
Oh yeah, that was actually my best. That was one of my favorite things about it the entire time. Apollo Crews sold the hell out of him.
When you see a big guy like that, you don't really expect much selling, or you expect if it's a WWE big guy, you just see their selling and just feel that it's completely like wonky.
You're just waiting for the comeback.
You know, and with him, it's a very believable sale. Very believable sale. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I just thought, this going in, it's, you remember when you posted the spoilers for September 30th and you were just kind of like, well, I know what I'm not doing on this date.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why I can watch NXT, because even though the card may say this, I watch it and the matches are usually better than what the card would suggest.
What is this? The next match we're talking about?
No, this match I'm talking about here, Apollo Crews and Solomon Crowe.
Okay.
Because you look at Apollo Crews and you're like, well, he's not going to lose, and Solomon Crowe is Solomon Crowe. But then you watch the match and you're like, holy shit, this is actually a really good match. This is actually worth watching. And there were two matches. If there was a thing that I would tell you, go back and watch tonight, this match would be one of them.
Guess I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah, worth the watch. I will say this. I'm not sure about Apollo Crews' finisher.
The flip gimmick.
Yeah.
He can use he can use I'm trying to think who did this move. All right. I'm going to try to describe it because I don't know the name of it, not who's done it. But and actually, it might not work all that well on big guys because he's not that big. And actually kind of sullies it. I'll say what I was thinking, but it's not going to work on big guys. Think of like a choke slam. Think of a choke slam sidewalk slam combo where he just kind of gets him up in the air and just kind of like. Fuck, there's somebody that did this move and I can't fucking think of it. It was a big guy too.
Are you talking about Haas Hog and his choke slam into an F5 or
no F5?
No, remember you and Smalls are watching some like indie pay-per-view and some guy did a choke slam into an F5 or something like that?
Really?
You guys kept talking about it. And I'm just like, what the fuck is that? How do you even do that?
Hold up. I'm gonna look on YouTube because I think, and I may be wrong here.
Okay.
I don't even want to say who I think did this. Because I'm looking right now.
Here's the thing.
No, it wasn't him that did it. Never mind. I'll create it on WWE 2K16 or some shit.
Here's it's not even necessarily the finish itself. It's that Apollo Crews does this gorilla press slam, right? Why are the like? I hate the idea of
Warrior when I see his finisher.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. But the problem here for me is that after he does the gorilla press slam, you're selling it on your face. You're falling flat down on the ground on your face, on your stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they flipping up afterwards?
Flair?
Huh?
He's a flary guy. He poses and stuff.
No, not him doing the flip. I mean, why would the opponent, after selling a gorilla press,
land on your back?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so unnatural.
There's that, and there's also, and this happens in WWE mainly, but I start to see it in indies as well, where they start to like say there's a top rope move and they start positioning themselves when they're on the mat already. It's just very, very blatant in WWE though.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you slammed me in the wrong spot. Well, let me like.
I'm gonna scooch over a little bit.
Next thing you know, you're gonna scooch their way halfway across the damn ring.
Like, what are you doing?
See that? We saw that. But yeah. So yeah, I'm with you on that. And that's why you say that the finisher could use some work.
Yeah, because the setup, granted, I like the Gorilla Press Slam on him. I just don't think it's a good setup for a moonsault, considering that, you know, the opponent then you have to buy that the opponent is hitting the mat so hard that it flips them over. Which I don't buy at all.
Gotta be a little OD if you're gonna do all that.
Exactly. So afterwards we had sorry, go ahead.
And he's no Braun Strowman.
No, he is not. He not in any regard is he Braun Strowman. So afterwards we had Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, which apparently nobody can say.
Why the fuck can't they just say Ciampa? What is Ciampa?
Ciampa.
How do you sign this guy and not ask him his name?
Hey, by the way, I have no idea how to say your name. Do you care to tell us? No, they're just like Champia or
they're probably thinking like, well, what the fuck is the I for? Why they're trying to pronounce the I?
Yeah, like Ciampa. There's no H here.
I was just about to say that. They're gonna be like, well, where the fuck did this H come from? Since we substitute H with I.
Yes. what are we doing here?
We're gonna repackage your name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Package it.
What if that actually is his WWE name? He just changed it from Ciampa to Champia.
You know what? That might be it. That just might be it. His new WWE name is Tommaso Champion.
Champion. Not even champion. Champion.
Well, fuck it. They're going to repackage them. I'm going to repackage their asses back.
Tommaso Champion. You know what? That name actually doesn't sound bad either. Tommaso Champion.
We got this guy's name. Book it. This match was great.
Yeah. Until Tommaso goes to the main roster and he's just Tommaso or Champion.
They're going to be like, you know what? We kind of had a Tommasio here before. His name was Tommaso. Want to know where he ended up? Yeah, same place you're going to end up if you don't play by the rules here. Got TNA written all over.
Oh, man. So, yeah, this match was also very good.
Yes. And I need you guys in the chat to let me know this one thing. I need to know what you guys think about Baron Corbin. In the chat. We're going to talk about this match.
Yeah.
I want to know what you guys think of Baron Corbin right now.
Cool.
All right. Let's go.
I got to say this. Remember when we came into this and I said, I'm high on Gargano and you said you're high on Ciampa or Champion? Gargano is clean. Love him.
Absolutely.
But everything that you said about Ciampa, I see it now too. And now I can see why you're high on him. But I imagine now that you're seeing also why I'm high on Gargano.
Oh, no, I knew it going in.
Okay.
I knew. Dude could work his fucking ass off. Clean as all hell.
Yeah. But I definitely see why you're high on Ciampa. It's now that I've seen it in WWE, I'm like, okay.
Got real good aggression to him. He's very athletic. He's believable. And you could tell like once they unleash him, and I think Triple H working with him or Triple H directing him would be excellent for him.
Yes. You actually just said a word that I think is what is what's really missing, not on the main roster, but something that I also got in the match with Apollo and Crow, which is why I got invested in it. The match was believable. They don't wrestle like they're robots. In WWE, every single match, I've just talked with somebody today on the Cage Side comments was talking about how, Kevin Owens and John Cena matches were great. Every match, all three of their matches, everyone was different. I'm like, are you kidding me? They did the same spots over and over again in every match.
This is true.
Every match was exactly the same. Here,
It's probably why I didn't care for the second and third one.
Exactly.
I really didn't care for them.
Yeah, they were
Like,
just,
oh my god, they were even better than the first. No, they weren't. They were fucking same. So the first one makes it even better. The first one is the better one if they're just copying it.
yes. So, but here, you know, and it may just be because they're fresh, but then again, I don't ever see the same match on NXT. It never happens. They wrestle as if it's a real match. Like, this is real. This is a real competition. There are consequences to winning and losing. One of the big things, and granted, the fighting itself.
So they're wrestling for a spot on the main. You feel as though they're wrestling for a spot in WWE. They're wrestling to belong.
Yes, and yes, you can see it in the strikes. You can see it in how they attack. You can see it in how they grapple. But there was one big thing that happened here that then all of a sudden, like, you know how they say you have to suspend your disbelief?
Mm-hmm.
This moment here did it for me. At one point, Johnny Gargano went for a pin on, I want to say it was Baron Corbin.
Okay.
And as he's going for this pin, you know how usually just the opponent comes in and breaks it up?
Right.
Ciampa comes from his corner and rushes over to Rhino to stop him from getting in the ring so that he can't break it up. And is holding him back as Gargano is getting the pin. And it was on a move that it would be believable that Corbin could possibly lose to. And Corbin,
in that situation, you would think, oh, they're about to win because he's stopping him from breaking this up, which is what usually happens when a finish happens.
Yes.
And the finish of the match is happening. Usually when somebody holds the other guy down, there's no kick out.
Yes. Which is why it was good to see that happen and then to see Corbin kick out of it.
Yep. I know exactly. Yeah, I do know what spot you're talking about. Not spot, but I do know what part of the match you're talking about. Because I knew the result going in because I fucked up and read the spoilers. I knew the result, but I'm like, hold up. They lost this match?
Yeah.
And then when he kicked out, I said, oh, okay, you're right. So even knowing it, it still just for a second made me think, this is a different match than what I read the spoilers.
That's exactly it. Because even though you know the result, you're kind of like, wait, what? No. You get so into it that you believe it's real. That's all I want from wrestling. Is just to believe it enough where it's like, even though I may know the result or I may have an idea of where this is going, it's still so real that I can get invested and think, oh my God, this match is over here. It was great. I just thought from start to finish, there was one other spot that I liked. That Gargano's like hitting his comeback. He's hitting a bunch of moves. He's moving like a pinball on Corbin.
Dive to the outside.
Huh?
Was that when he did the dive to the outside?
No, this is when he starts flying off the ropes and then Corbin catches him in a spinning side slam. That spinning side slam looks so gorgeous. It was great. And I mean, when he
did that, no lie.
You thought the match was over?
For some reason, it registered in my head as that was his finisher.
Yes.
I completely forgot about the end of days and thought that was his finisher.
Yes.
And I said, it's over. It's fucking over. And then when he kicked out, I said, why is he kicking out at the end of days? I was like, oh shit, it wasn't the end of days.
Oh fuck, that's not it. Doesn't that slam look so great?
Yeah.
I know that Gargano probably really helped it here, but he's hit it a few times, and I looked at it, and I'm just like,
that's like how Kane used to do it.
Mm-hmm.
When he was a little more agile, he will get you high as fuck in the air, spin you around,
and then swap right on the mat.
That fucking slam.
That move really needs to be starting, and it really needs to start being sold as a finisher.
The way he did it, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Me and Blackjack was talking about this. Now I asked you guys. This is a little exercise I have for you guys because I wanted to know what you guys thought without us sharing our opinion on it first.
Yeah.
But me and Blackjack had this discussion a little bit, and we were pretty much on the same boat where, at first the thing is, outside of Corbin's count gimmick where he would beat you, within just seconds, that was the only thing that was getting him over. And once NXT realized that he didn't have much else to him, they pretty much stopped the boat on that, and they was like, nah, fuck this guy. And it started to expose
Neville.
Because you're like, damn, how could you have a not so great match with Neville? And then he started having more extended matches, and it's like, this guy isn't that good. We got to kind of hold back on him. And now it's gotten to the point where this guy's fucking believable. And it triggers back to when he started working with Joe. Not just the Joe match, but just when he started working with Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like everything just switched on for him. His work got better. His demeanor got better. His persona, his presence got even better.
Mm-hmm.
His work as a heel and how he could just get the crowd to not like him purposely. You know, he can feed into that heat that he's getting from the crowd. He's working. That's a fast ass development that he's gone through. Very fast development, because I didn't expect. He got good without me even noticing it. Where you just look at the matches now, you're like, oh shit, hold up.
Yeah, where did this guy come from?
Yeah, match is going long and it doesn't look like shit. The guy
he doesn't look like he's getting exposed at all. He looks like he can legitimately go 5-10 minutes in a match and be fine.
I'm with it.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have to be in a 20-minute classic.
Nah, no need for that. But if he got the right dance partner, he could pull it off. He could definitely pull it off with the right dance partner. I think Joe is that dance partner he could pull off a 20-minute match with. I think he could go 20 with Joe.
Yeah.
But Rhino, on the other hand, I didn't even notice him. Did Rhino get in the match?
Yeah, he did. He did have moments in this match, but I didn't even think about that. They really did showcase Corbin in this match.
There you go.
Yeah. I do agree with this. He probably shouldn't be talking much. I don't want to say ever. He probably shouldn't be talking much, though.
Didn't be talking much, but he's not that bad. It's not like he's dumb. He's not what Roman Reigns was doing.
Yeah, you know what? It's exactly that. They need to Roman Reigns him.
In a sense of
where they have him now. So like I said, I didn't have a problem with Roman Reigns promo. In fact, I thought Roman Reigns promo on Monday was actually good.
Clemson again.
Yeah, I just saw him score over the middle. Where his promo was actually good. On Monday with the one that he cut against Bray. It was just how the Wyatts reacted to it that I had a problem with. But I really want to hammer this point home. Because I want to sell Roman on this one. I thought he was actually fine on Monday. And that if you keep Baron Corbin as just a serious guy who just talks about, and all he has to say is like, I'm going to kick your ass. There's your guy. He doesn't have to say anything silly. He's going to go over the top. Just keep it simple. Keep it short and have him say it.
The vignettes that they have him do where he does most of his talking,
they're great.
Those come off very well.
Yes.
Those come off very well. I'm actually starting to get invested in Corbin. I'm getting invested in Corbin.
I've gotten to the point where I'm like, if he were to win the NXT title, I would have no problem with it.
I'm buying in.
Yeah.
You know, Corbin.
Corbin.
I'm actually still. It's gonna sound weird. I'm buying on Corbin and selling on
Finn Balor.
On current Finn Balor.
Yep. Totally agree. I 100% agree.
Blasphemous, but that's my stance right now. One guy is a lot more believable and a lot more developed in their character than the other.
Yep.
Now they just got to work on Finn's character.
Mm-hmm.
And where the fuck has he been? Oh, that's right. He had a match last week on the show. Never mind.
Yeah. Speaking of character, Dana Brooke.
What you think?
I laughed. It was just
me too. I'm
she's good.
I'm like, the head pat, then she left, and then came back with the head pat again, the double hands. I'm like,
remixed it. I'm like, okay.
This is funny.
This is good.
normally when I see her do that, I'm like, oh, fuck this bitch. Now I see it, it's fucking funny.
Yes.
A little confused as to why she's with Emma.
Yeah, that's still a little weird, but
we're not gonna explain that. No, okay, all right.
Yeah, I guess it's right, but I do like that they at least address that. Hey, we're still here. You're not just gonna forget about us. Now, what they do booking wise afterwards is another story, but at least here they're addressing it. Like you look at you look at Sasha Banks in the main roster, and you're like, well, you have just as much right to say that you're a number one contender too, but you're not saying it. And they just kind of let her fall to the background. Here, they are bringing it up and saying, hey, yeah, no, we're still here too. All these new girls coming in. Hi, no, we were here first.
We completely no-sold Sasha Banks getting out that truck, that little surprise truck. They're like, oh man, there's a big shot coming. They're in a truck.
Oh yeah, and Sasha came out.
She can't stop herself from smiling. She can't, She really can't stop herself from smiling.
She is a mark.
She shows so much emotion. Like, even in that segment right there, it's like, come on, you're getting out of a truck. People don't even see you. You're still cheesing.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the ring, when she's in there with Bayley, she can't hold back her emotions. I'm thinking she about to cry.
She's it because
we'll get to that.
Wiza, she is. I told you.
Yeah, she's completely a mark.
Mercedes is a total mark and a total geek in real life.
Now that she's main roster,
yeah,
she can get away with it.
Yeah,
if it was mainly NXT, she wouldn't be doing it at all. She knows how to turn it on and off.
Yes.
What I think she's doing, or the thing, maybe she's not doing this on purpose, maybe she is, but I think that her showing these different emotions that she can't hold back is actually selling how big of a deal this is.
We're gonna get to that because you're getting ahead of me.
You're right.
But yeah, Dana Brooke. I'm
liking Dana Brooke right now.
I'm not as down on her as other people are. I'm actually it's yes. Are there still some things in ring that she has to fix? Yes.
But over the past 3 weeks, character-wise, she's starting to work for her.
She's believable.
It's starting to work for her. Do we know what the character? We know what the character is. It still needs to be flushed out a bit more, but it's working. Like, it's not get her off of my TV because she doesn't know what she's doing anymore. It's not that anymore. It's more so like, I can tolerate her. All right, she's cool. Let's see what she got.
Yeah, exactly. That it's not like I'm dubbing her up on like Bayley's level, but I can accept her in this universe. She's fine.
Yeah. Emma, God damn it.
She's just falling into the background. She has a new cooking show, by the way.
Wait, what?
She's doing a cooking show on TV on YouTube.
The fuck?
I don't know. Maybe she'll get over like Xavier Woods with his gaming channel. Just don't say you hate it, or she'll block you on Twitter.
I didn't say I hated his channel.
I don't know, man. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, they said that I didn't.
Oh, that you didn't care for it.
Am I supposed to? Okay. I still never tweeted the guy.
Maybe he read it. maybe he follows you, Wiza. Maybe he has a secret account because he's been listening to your podcast for all these years, and as a big fan, he's been under this secret account, right? And he finally heard you say just something about the channel, and then he blocked you on his main thing forever and unfollowed you.
What you're saying is I hurt his feelings.
Yes, you hurt his feelings, Wiza. Don't be a dick. Xavier Woods, motherfucker. He's the best thing we have on the roster. Yeah, I'm gonna make you the bad guy here.
I ain't do nothing.
Seriously though, we're gonna get free Wiza started though. That will happen.
All right. So
Bayley and Sasha Banks.
They even have a match, or they just talk?
They talked. Oh, who?
Dana. And
no, they didn't have a match. They just talked. They were like, "Nah, you ain't gonna forget about us. We're still here in this women's division."
Okay. All right.
Wiki remix on your head. Bayley comes out, and I remember when Bayley and Sasha were in this match back at TakeOver, and I was just like, do we have to take the title off of Sasha? Like, because I just watched the whole match. I'm like, do we have to? And then there was that moment of just Bayley crying with the title, and I was like, okay, it's okay, it's fine. It's in a rightful place.
I want you to. I do want to say. Let me just say this thing. We'll come back to it. I'm so glad that Sasha actually gave a counter response to that.
Don't jump on it.
All right,
we're getting there. Damn it. God damn it. Because we're getting there. So Bayley comes out and
booking this thing slower than Daniel Bryan, damn it.
What?
You're booking this thing slower than Daniel Bryan right now.
Sorry. So Bayley comes out and she's just the biggest baby face ever. It was great. She's
huge baby face.
She's out here. Not only does she hugs her super fan Izzy, she goes and is like hugging everybody, but then she decides that's not enough. I must go into the crowd and go into the upper decks and hug people and celebrate with them.
Everybody's gonna get hugged.
Izzy is coming into the ring with me and celebrating with me. This is the biggest babyface. This is better than John Cena. If you wanted to ever book John Cena right, well, guess what? She's a woman now. Fuck you.
And it actually worked. Like I still say this. When her fucking music comes on, I'm smiling.
I'm not gonna lie. When I start a workout, I listen to that song.
Hold up.
It gets me excited.
Wait.
What?
How does that get you ready to work out? Like when you work out, you're supposed to get in the zone. Like
yes, it gets me happy. I start bouncing around.
Who's happy when they go to the gym?
Huh?
Who's happy when they go to the gym?
Well, you got to do cardio. I'm not like talking about if I'm lifting weights. If I'm lifting weights, that's the last thing I'm listening to.
Yeah.
If I'm getting started on a treadmill, I want to listen to something that's going to keep me going. Something that's going to, like bouncy and happy. This is it.
I'll let you live.
Jesus. I didn't know I had to defend the fact that I like listening to Bayley's theme song in the gym.
That takes some explaining. To do.
So she does that, and then she has this match against Jobber McJobberson.
Okay.
Her name is Sarah Dobson. Apparently, Dobson is actually okay, but
does she sell merch?
Not in that. No, she's not. I did because I tried to do some research on her. Apparently, get this, Wiza, she was in Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
The fuck is that?
So, do you know what a Juggalo is, Wiza?
No.
You don't. Okay. Do you know the Stupid Insane Clown Posse?
Yes.
Yeah, they have a wrestling company called Juggalo Insane Wrestling.
Yeah, let's get Bayley.
So after Bayley whoops her ass, well, I'm gonna say whoops her ass, comes back and beats her.
Real quick, what is the deal with taking people off TV after they win the title?
I'm okay with it.
Like they just take them off of TV for nearly a month. Every time somebody wins the title, they're off TV.
Hey, you worked your ass off to win this title in a great match. Take a month off. Go on vacation. It's okay. Let's get some of this new talent to work hard and try to fight for the championship. I'm actually okay with that.
Always put up that thing that says so-and-so returns. Where'd they go? You don't want to explain that?
Motherfucker, like if you want a title, don't you want to go to Disney World?
You don't take that fucking long to go to Disney.
Especially because they live right next to it. But
There you go.
maybe they just wanted to stay in Disney World for 2 weeks, okay? They took a vacation. They talked to William Regal and was like, yo, I'm the champion now, so you find me a challenger. I'm going on vacation. I'm Audi 5000.
Well, there you have it.
All right. So anyway, now that that's been explained, Sasha shows up. Wiza, remember how we talked about why is Sasha here?
Mm-hmm.
And it's you're absolutely right with this, and I agreed with you too. What is the point of Sasha being here?
Mm-hmm.
Why does she have to be back here?
Mm-hmm.
After this promo, I don't care. I'm glad she's here. She justified her position. She justified why she's here. I'm okay with her being here. And the whole promo sold me on the match.
I'm sold on the match.
I listen. I understand. I understand what you're about to say. Go ahead.
I don't believe the match.
I know.
It's a fucking great match.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great concept. They get to main event. They get to headline.
But it feels forced.
I don't even want to say that. I just want to say I don't feel like there's a dispute on who's going to win this.
Right, because you know Bayley's going to win.
Yeah.
Even there, I'm still sold on the match. Because even
sold on the event. You're
sold
on, this is going to happen, but you're not sold on any type of story.
Correct. Yes, because that
went out the window. That story's gone.
Right, because it's pretty much you know that Sasha's going to get the upper hand in this match and is probably going to get a certain amount of pinfalls over Bayley. Bayley's going to come back and win.
I did like that Sasha said, I don't want to just beat
you. I want to beat you again and again and again. That's what sold me on it. That there sold me on it.
I just want to keep beating you. You were better than me for 3 seconds.
Yes.
I am just going to keep beating you and beating you and beating you. I'm like, yeah, that's clean. I like this bitch.
Yeah.
I'll fuck Connor first, though. Connor don't got nothing to do with it.
Where did she come into any of this?
I don't know.
So yeah, Sasha just was excellent here. But I get what you're saying because Sasha, you know how it's that thing where I talked about earlier when wrestling becomes transparent for me, it's hard for me to believe it. This is one of those things where it's like it's transparent because I know Sasha isn't going to win, but there's not anything like politicky sticking to this.
There's one thing that would sell me on this match. There's one thing that would make me believe in this match.
I'm all ears.
The one thing that would sell me and make me believe in this match is Kevin Owens beating Finn Balor in a ladder match.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep, and I know exactly what you mean. Yep.
That is the one thing that will sell me on it. Because we need that one match that's going to tell us just because this person's on the main roster doesn't mean they can't get this title. Get me that, and I believe anything you put on the table because we just have to know that it can happen. And so far, it does not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. It doesn't happen. Just doesn't. So why the fuck do I believe in, like, if it happens in this one, okay. Going forward, I can't doubt you anymore.
Yeah.
I can't doubt. I could try to guess, but I could be wrong. Give me that suspension of disbelief. Give it to me. And I give it to you. Now, and this is probably so far, it probably sounds like I'm not high on this match.
No. You're very high on the match. It's just, the end result.
Yes. And that part I don't like.
Right. And there's no question about what the end result is.
I am high on this match. Can't wait to see it. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Will it top their last one? I don't know. I do like that they mentioned and they bring up, what rumors are saying. They're not acting like they're oblivious like WWE wants them to.
Oh, yeah.
Main roster. Oh, you have to act oblivious to the outside world. No, they let you know. No, we're listening to what people are saying. We hear what people are saying. We know the rumors. We hear this. We hear that.
Oh, we hear you want women to main event? Here you go.
We hear that you guys are saying we're the match of the year. We hear that you're saying we're the best match, the best women's match, and all. They're letting you know we're listening, and I like that because that's a connection that the main roster doesn't have with the fans.
Yes,
is that WWE is listening to you on NXT. Just in this promo alone, they made me feel like they're one of us.
Yes.
That's how I feel. They're not trying to build me on that larger than life thing. No, these are just people that are working their asses off, trying to make it to the next level. That's the only thing that comes off across to me in this is people working their asses off, trying to get a spot for that big money. That's what I see in NXT, and that's exactly what we're getting. I like it.
Sasha
did a lot for me. A whole lot.
Sasha had a great moment too, where she talked about the
Bailey got
ju-
some work to do. Go ahead.
Huh?
Bailey's got some work to do. But go ahead.
Where Sasha pretty much straight up she justified the curtain call.
Go for it.
When she said at that moment, because she was selling, this is all I want heels to do. All I want them to do. It's very simple. And they don't do this on the main roster, which is why I'm absolutely furious at how they book the Dudleys or they book Nikki. Because it's going to be after Nikki loses, which I don't even think she's going to be losing at Night of Champions either.
I know. Oh shit, we didn't even do our predictions. We got to hurry up because I'm going out.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay, so anyway, she says you're good and you're great and you earned my respect that night. And just by her saying that, it absolutely makes sense that she hugged Bailey afterwards. It's justified there because she earned her respect. Shook hands afterwards, have them all come out because she beat she beat Charlotte and Becky too, and they earned her respect. So it made sense there. It made, to me, I believe she justified the curtain call in kayfabe, and it was fine. And then she turned around and was like, "But you were just better that night."
For 3 seconds.
Yes, for 3 seconds, you were better than me. And then that's when she became and that's when she turned the heel persona on. And I'm like, bingo, there we go. That's all you have to do. It's almost textbook how she did this promo. Put over the babyface, acknowledge their victory, but still say, I'm still better than you, motherfucker. Don't think because you got me this one time. And what justifies it,
this shit ain't over.
Yeah, what justifies it is that this is the first time Sasha has lost since she won the championship.
Well, she hasn't really wrestled much since she.
Right, but she hasn't lost is the key thing. Nikki can't say that. Like Nikki can't roll up here and be like, you belong back in NXT when the person that you're saying belongs back in NXT has made you tap out multiple times.
Not only that, but she can't come to whoever beats her and say, you were better than me just that one time. No, I was better than you a bunch of times because I beat you a bunch of times.
Yes. That's the difference.
Give her any ammo. It doesn't give Nikki any ammo to work with. No ammo to work with, as a matter of fact.
Correct, which is why her quote-unquote healing annoys me. Because there's really nothing there for her to work with, and yet she no-sells her opponents too. So it's doing extra damage. But anyway, I thought it was great. William Regal sold it too. I love how he just came out here. He's like, "Oh, is this money?"
Boss.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, do I hear money? let me come out here and make this match real quick."
Gotta get the people what they want.
And he sold it great too. He was just like, "Okay, yeah, you're gonna get your match, and then not only you get your match, you're gonna get the main event. Well, I'm gonna take it one step further." Because he heard everybody chanting it, I'm giving you a 30-minute Iron Man match, and then the crowd just went Iron Woman. It was just great.
He should have went the other order though. He should have announced the match first and then announced him as the main event.
Okay, I see what you
absolutely shat themselves at that point. But either way, point taken.
Great. It was just great. I love the segment. Sasha is just the best. Bailey is the greatest babyface ever.
It's just something that she has to work on for me because I just need to believe in her. Or maybe we're just not supposed to believe in her.
I think that's the gimmick.
And maybe she's supposed to be clunky and clumsy.
I think that she naturally is clunky and clumsy in her promos and her character. I think that's a natural thing. But that natural bit of her plays very well into what her character is because
she's sympathetic for her.
Exactly.
Gets you very congratulatory for when she does, get accomplishments as well.
Because she feels exactly like any other normal person. No normal person is a superhero like Sasha is.
They don't dress her up or nothing. Try to make her look pretty. Nope. Go out the bar, bitch.
Exactly. She looks the par, she acts the par, and but when she's in the ring, she becomes a superhero. It's great. It's perfect.
But you can't expect her to have those matches like she had with Sasha all the time.
Oh no. No. She is only going to be having those matches with Sasha, and I guarantee you, when they get on the main roster, Sasha Bailey, because they've talked about this a lot too, where they have the best out of the four. Those two have the best chemistry.
That's what they've said.
That's what they've said, that those two have the best chemistry. I believe that those two could be. It could be a classical rivalry that we look back on 20, 30 years down the road.
Yeah, if this was 20, 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah, because WWE will make this match happen.
How did dude walk down on the 1 yard line? Did you see that?
I did see it.
Dude got hawked. He's got to be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
That shit used to piss me off. Oh, that used to piss me off. Oh, they got the touchdown? Never mind. Fuck it.
Oh, they gave it to him. Okay.
It's not a touchdown, though.
Yeah, he got hawked. Yeah, we need to rewind that back. Anyway, you're right, because they'll just book this match 30 times in a year. So you're absolutely right.
Yep, thereby ruining it. All right, night of champions predictions.
It might as well be night of predictions.
Fuck not. All right.
Here's a funny one, because it's on the pre-show, and I actually don't know who's going to win. Although I'm leaning towards a certain direction. I have no idea who's going to win this though. Neville and the Lucha Dragons versus the Cosmic Wasteland, Stardust, and the Ascension.
Wade Barrett's going to win.
No, Wade Barrett lost already. He lost. He lost at the last pay-per-view.
He's going to come in as a manager.
Oh my God. It's a shame. He actually is a very good talker. It's a shame that he's just being thrown away and wasted.
Gotta have Cody win here.
That's what I'm thinking too. I have Stardust, and especially with him debuting with the Ascension, and you're trying to make a big deal out of it. Yeah, you gotta give him this.
You continue to have Neville just beat him at every time. Like, when does the heel get any heat?
Yeah, the heel.
For Neville.
Yeah, you've got to make. Yeah, and it does nothing for Neville either, because then it's just like, well, why are you playing around with this jobber? You have to at some point make Stardust look like a legitimate boss bad guy. Oh, they gave him the touchdown. That's bullshit. Anyway, but yeah, you have to make him look like that, and I think that's why they'll get the win here. It's nice that even though Neville clearly isn't in the main title picture, they're at least giving him something to do.
Damn, you know what? With Seth holding that U.S. title, doesn't really give anybody anything to work with.
That's why he's dropping it.
Oh, fuck. All right, let's get into the show.
The New Day versus the Dudley Boys.
New Day, keep going. We're not going to do this.
I have a strange feeling the Dudley Boys might win.
Gotta shut your fucking lips.
I don't want them to, but...
Why would you have this strange feeling?
WWE, man.
They
This way the Dudleys can get their 10th championship.
Here's what they're going to do. New Day's going to win. Dudley's going to find a way to put them through tables anyway.
Oh, great. So kill the thing that should be getting anyway.
Who do you want to get over? You want to get New Day over? Or you want to get the tables over? What's the important thing here?
New Day.
And you know WWE. They gotta do it fast. They gotta have an instant result. So they're gonna be both in the same night.
That's why they're so stupid. Anyway, Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev. The funny thing is that I want Rusev to win, but I have a feeling they're gonna have Dolph Ziggler win. You know what? I'm letting New Day win this.
I got Dolphage winning here because of Summer Rae.
Yep.
So I got Dolph winning here, even though I don't want him to. But he's winning.
Dolph's winning with Summer Rae. Hopefully he just turns heel and we can get this thing over with.
Then we'll get a sympathetic Lana.
I hope so. Yes. Because this Lana, it's a face
laughing at Rusev a little bit and then realizing what Dolph is doing.
No, she should just come out now and just be like, Dolph, you're a dick. You've done this with Summer Rae this whole time. Fuck you. I feel bad for treating Rusev this badly because now I've seen he's been abused by Ziggler and Summer Rae as well.
And by you, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. So then she can realize, wow, I've been an asshole this whole time.
Rusev's been the baby this whole time.
Exactly. So yeah, you know what? I'm changing it. New Day's gonna win, and I'm gonna have Dolph Ziggler win here.
All right.
Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and we already know it's Mark Henry versus the Wyatt family.
Give me the Wyatts.
Same here.
They need the win. They need it. I heard someone say in their predictions that Dean and Reigns need to win because the Wyatts have been getting all of the wins.
What?
Let's keep going.
They just lost at SummerSlam. They had to debut this new guy. Oh my, never mind.
In a clean fashion as well.
Oh fuck me. Kevin Owens versus Ryback.
That's a tough one, actually.
I'm actually taking Kevin Owens here. I think with Ryback's reign getting so stale.
Hold up, I'm gonna mute myself. Keep going.
With Kevin Owens, I'm sorry, with Ryback's reign getting stale and boring, and they're not doing anything with him because they paired him with the Big Show and Miz. He's going nowhere with the title. Kevin Owens usually works best when there's a title on him. Granted, it's always going to have to go back to how you book him, and we all know WWE has a problem with booking. That's always what it's going to be at the end of the day.
It's a shit job with Ryback. I need Kevin Owens to win 3 times in a row here.
Same. I want Kevin Owens to win.
I kind of, I don't know.
But it's booking. It doesn't matter because it doesn't matter if he wins the title. It matters how they book him once he has it.
Yeah, because they do their flip-flopping wins gimmick.
I hate it.
It's the gimmick.
Seth Rollins versus John Cena.
By the way, I think, not thinking too much hard into it, I kind of got Ryback winning.
I have Owens winning, but okay.
I only have Ryback winning because we need the rematch.
Clean though?
I don't know. Is somebody else involved in this at all?
No.
It's fucking tough.
They better not bring Big Show or Miz into this.
It's a really, really tough call.
I've got Owens clean.
Okay.
Rollins and Cena.
I got, to save us time,
I've got John Cena.
I got Rollins winning 3 times tonight.
3 times? So he's gonna beat Sheamus too?
Rollins is going to be Triple H status. But I can see you saying John Cena because we need.
But does he pull out the sledgehammer on John Cena?
He should. He absolutely should.
Mm-hmm.
That's I can see Cena winning this one. I just want Seth Rollins to win.
Who doesn't?
Like if he wins 3 times tonight, oh my God. You want to talk about making somebody and like readying that babyface push that he's gonna get. There you have it. There you have. Just beat all 3 of these guys.
But you know WWE ain't about that life.
Yeah, he's probably gonna lose to Cena.
Do.
You get a rematch against Cena, you lost. You lost. You know better.
You
if you got a rematch against Cena, just come late.
Just lay down on the mat real quick.
Yeah, you know why you're here.
Hey, Dave, take it easy. Just lay down real quick. Nikki Bella versus Charlotte.
Nikki Bella.
Because and the only reason I'm saying Nikki is because of that stupid fucking stipulation.
I'm saying Nikki because the whole countdown was to throw you off on who's going to win that night of champions. You want juice? You want pop it?
No. I just think the countdown was laziness.
No, I mean
the countdown was a giant fuck you.
But I believe that whole thing is supposed to throw you off as well.
See, and that's the thing. A lot of people have been saying, "Oh, it's so obvious that Charlotte's now going to win." I'm like, no.
It's obvious that Nikki's gonna win.
Yeah, it almost makes it. It almost makes you start to believe Nikki's going to win, especially with everything that's going on with Paige. I guarantee you, Paige in some way is trying to save someone or accidentally gets involved in this match and probably ends up super kicking Nikki or something like that and gets Charlotte disqualified, allowing Nikki to escape with the championship. I guarantee you something stupid like that happens.
I can see it. I was gonna say she just takes Charlotte's head off.
No, because then Nikki would retain.
Well, no, it has to be caught.
But that would mean that she's helping the Bellas. Like I don't know. Who cares? It's just let me know when the Bellas are out of this so that I can finally maybe start caring.
They got to make you believe in the Bellas now. Not only have her break the record,
but now I have to believe that she can hang with these women, which is just silly.
Hey, deal with it.
Seth Rollins versus Sting.
Seth Rollins.
This is actually the one where I've thought about it now. Sheamus isn't doing anything on this card.
I still don't even have Sheamus cashing in. Even though I said I want him to win 3 times tonight, I still don't have Sheamus cashing in.
There's a rumor going around that they're apparently trying to push Roman Reigns to a single spot. And I think with Roman Reigns going through this whole thing with Dean and the Wyatt family, I think that once they finally overcome Braun Strowman, you put him in they're probably going to push him into a championship picture. And Sheamus would be the guy that it's easy for him to just beat and nobody would be upset with.
It needs to have it.
You know what? And there's a story there. He's the guy that took Money in the Bank from him.
I'm actually with that. There just needs to be some time.
I agree. There needs to be time, but I imagine that that's probably the direction they're going in.
I'm sort of okay with that.
I'm okay with it too, but they can't force it. If they force it, then people are going to reject it, and you're going to have the same thing.
They can't job out Strongman either.
No, like this needs to be a struggle. Roman Reigns just can't beat Strowman like in a month. No, he needs to feel this pain real quick and then finally overcome it at some point.
All right, what other matches we got here?
That's it.
That's it?
So, yep, just Seth Rollins and Sting, and I have if Sheamus cashes in, I have Sting. If he doesn't, I have Seth Rollins.
We just went through like 3 matches.
No, we went through 8, Liza.
We did?
Yeah.
Wow. Sounds underwhelming.
Oh, I mean that's a pay-per-view card in the WWE for you.
All right. So let's wrap this thing up.
All right. Again, if you want to follow us on Twitter at It's21Blackjack at Now. I will be working on getting the Clean Finish podcast. Twitter up at some point. Stay tuned for next week when we will probably be discussing the aftermath of pay-per-views, or we might. You want to do a live thing of this? Because I imagine there'll probably be stuff to talk about on Sunday.
Pay-per-view?
Yeah.
After?
Yeah.
I mean, we always do that.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, don't we?
Okay. So we'll be doing a live thing on probably Wise's channel, so you can follow us there for that on Sunday.
Over here. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start archiving the Monday Night Raws and the pay-per-view results over on this channel as well. So if you do miss them live, and they will get lost on my channel, I'll start archiving them here.
Cool. All right, and I think that's pretty much it for the Clean Finish podcast. Wise Blackjack. See you guys later.
That's clean. That was clean.